Okay, so during the production of my trials documentary, there are a few certain areas that were more complex to edit than others. These are areas usually that don't seem like there's much going on in the scene, but to get them seamless, they have to be timed absolutely perfectly. The first example of this is the timing here where X-Ray, the song by the Maccabees, comes in at exactly the point where I appear from the darkness. So we have a black background on the Chasing the Dream title sequence, a total pitch black for a second, then bang. And the sequence looks like this.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
I'm really pleased with that because it has a great impact to start with, and the energy is straight away there with the song. The next timing issue that I had was trying to get me landing here, because this is the build-up. All of these are relatively small tricks, and then when it gets to here, this is a rather large trick. It's a 7-foot gap, so bridging here, when I land, I want it to be a great moment right there, and I managed to time it with the song, as exactly at that point of the song it drops in with the bass drum, so it sounds like this. That was a great moment. I was very pleased with that. The next point for me that was the most complicated of the whole project was switching from X-Ray here to Love Lost, but without using too much of either song. So I had to use the very first opening bars of Love Lost here, and then switch to about 1.5 minutes into the song here, but then tie them together so it sounded seamless. There's a lot of volume editing going on. Over the top of this, I've also got a cross dissolve between these two images and the beginning of my interview. So this small segment looks and sounds like this. I really want to represent the United Kingdom, which sounds relatively smooth, and I was very pleased with that. The next bit that looks like there's more going on and was actually relatively simple was the bit here where I drop down into black and white. I steady myself, balance, ready for the jump up to the wall, and then as I jump up and land, I land in colour. And this is again as the song breaks, so that looks like this. It's a really powerful song, so I was very pleased that I could capitalise on moments like that in it. The last and I'd say most dramatic timing issue I had, which was rather difficult to keep in time as it was further along, so any adjustments I made earlier on would affect this, was just here. See, I've bookmarked it, it was that important, is where I land and the song really breaks out just before its ending stages. And this is where I'm talking about in the interview how I tried and tried again to get the petition in for the Olympics for us to become a wildcard sport, and when we finally did, and I make it, then I land the trick that I'm trying to get. So I'll start it from there. Again, so we again and again, and we finally got there. And that was incredibly hard to do because even milliseconds off, it just didn't quite have the impact, but I'm very glad with how it finally turned out.